Radio buttons. Radio buttons are used when the user has to select only one choice from a set of options. These buttons are typically used in groups. All radio buttons in a group must have the same name and must contain different values. To insert radio buttons as a group, first, place the cursor point in the form's outline. Then, click the Radio Group button in the Forms tab. The Radio Group dialog box then appears. Next, in the Name field, we enter the name for the radio button group. Click the plus icon to insert a new radio button group, or you can click the minus icon to remove a radio button from the group. Enter a label and value for the checked button. Click the up or down arrows to reorder the buttons. We can also select how to lay out the buttons by using line breaks or a table. If we select the table option, it will create a single column table and place the radio buttons on the left and the labels on the right side. Then click OK. Now we can see the radio button group as it appears in the form. If you don't want a group of inserts, then go with the single radio button. Now let's see how to insert one radio button at a time. Radio buttons are circular buttons that are clicked to select an item. We can also insert as many radio buttons as we want in a group, but only one can be turned on at a time. When a second radio button is selected, the first is then deselected. To insert radio button one at a time, first, place the insertion point in the form outline where we are going to insert the radio button. Then, click the radio button icon in the Forms option of the insert bar, or select Insert Form Radio Button. An input tag will appear. Follow the same steps as I told you earlier. And now, the radio button will appear in the form outline along with Property Inspector, displaying the radio button options. In the Property Inspector's radio button name field, type a unique name for the radio button. In the Checked Value field, type the value we want to send to the server-side script or application for processing when the visitor selects this radio button. We check the Initial State option if we want the radio button to appear when the web page first loads. Now we'll see how to insert checkboxes. Checkboxes are used to select multiple choices from a group of options. Now let's see. First, place the insertion point in the form outline where we want to insert the checkbox. Then, select Insert Form Checkbox, or click the Checkbox button in the Forms tab. An input tag will appear. Follow the same steps as I told you earlier. Third, the checkbox will be inserted in the form outline with the Property Inspector displaying the checkbox options. In the Property Inspector's checkbox name field, type a unique name for the checkbox. Fifth, in the Checked Value field, type the value for the checkbox. And then finally, form the Initial State options. Click Checked if we want the checkbox to appear first in the browser, or else select Unchecked. Right then, I guess hereafter this button is not a big deal for you.